Little Eva with a big song for her called Locomotion. Good morning. 23 minutes after 8 o'clock. Carole King, of course, co-wrote that song in 1962, one of the many songs she wrote. Carole's life, her music, her rise to stardom being showcased in a fabulous musical called Beautiful, the Carole King musical. It's on now at Ed Mirvish Theater. The lady, the star, she's here, Chilina.
I like to think I know a thing or two about some of these songs. Until I saw the show, I didn't know that Little Eva was their babysitter.
I know, isn't that wild?
It was Carol and Jerry's babysitter, Little Eva.
And for a while, they didn't have a babysitter anymore because she was off promoting the song and she'd become a star.
Boy, it's not often.
In the show
Not often you get that. Hey, watch the kids, do the laundry, and can you sing kind of thing? It surprised everyone, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It was incredible. I mean, they knew that she could sing when she went to work for them, but I don't think they had any idea that she would do this.
Wow.
That's amazing. Talk to me about this show and Carole King being involved in it, because what I've heard is that she couldn't come and see it for months. Like, she saw a little bit of it and went, nope, I can't. I gotta wait to see this again.
Well, and and she's a very private person. I think a lot of people know that, and so I'm sure. I mean, for me to see a story about a show about my life on stage, it must have been a lot and pretty intense. So when she did come, she was very, very supportive. And then when she came to see me, it was unbelievable. I mean, I got an email from her, and I remember seeing it in my inbox, and it was from Carol Dash, and I went, oh my gosh, I don't have any friends named Carol. Oh my God, it's Carole King. She's emailing
Carol.
me. And she said, oh, I hear you're great in the show. I'm coming to see it. Do you want to know when I'm coming? And I said, no, please do not tell me when you're coming. So she surprised us, and she was fantastic. Oh my gosh, so gracious, unbelievable. Sat down, played piano for me, showed me her style. We chatted. She told me all about those days, told me all kinds of stories.
Okay, but the night that she was there, did you not know she was there until the show was over? Or did you look out from the stage and go, oh my God, that's her in the sixth row?
No, I would have literally fallen over. No, I did not know she was there. I knew she was coming sometime in the month of April. And so anytime there was any commotion in the audience, of course, my castmate who loved to play pranks said, it's Carole King. And I would have a heart attack. And then he would say, just kidding. So I was sort of used to, by the time she got there, I was used to the idea.
So, okay, after the show, you meet up with Carole. And what's the first thing she said to you?
Well, this is a whole thing. So she came in disguise, and we were all in the green room waiting. And in walks this woman with this short black hair and glasses, and she rips it off, and it's Carole King. It was so incredibly.
Oh my God.
Disguise.
Yeah, it was incredibly special. But she didn't make eye contact with me at first, and I thought, oh my gosh, she didn't like what I did. She doesn't like my performance or whatever. And after she made her opening remarks to the whole cast, then we locked eyes, and she started to cry. And it was one of the most unbelievable moments in my life. And so she came over, she hugged me. We had this beautiful, beautiful connection and chat. She was fantastic.
Now, this is not one of those. By the way, that's Chilina Kennedy. She's Carole King in Beautiful, the Carole King musical at the Ed Mirvish Theater. This is not some varnished, everybody's made to look sunshine, lollipops, and roses treatment. I mean, if we're calling a spade, this production is not necessarily, let's say, kind to Jerry Goffin. I mean, it tells it like it was.
Well, and I think, I don't want to speak for people, but I've heard, and he's been known to have said, this was a wonderful opportunity for me to, sort of to have a public kind of, almost apology. And I don't want to say that necessarily, but it was a wonderful way for him to sort of honor Carole. He came to the show, he knows, he gave his approval, he gave his thumbs up for it. So I think it's a huge amount of generosity on his part that he was so, he loved the telling of it so much. And Carole has always said he's not the villain of the piece. He was troubled, but he was a good guy. Wrote great music.
Love that.
So, I was going to say, Chilina, when you're actually doing the show and you look out into the crowd, is there a scene or a song that gets them, I don't know, emotional or up and standing?
Yeah.
And
well, the "Will You Love Me Tomorrow" is always gets people a little verklempt. I think because at that point in the story, Jerry wrote the lyrics to that, first of all, which everybody always thinks that Carole's written the lyrics, but it's actually him. And it was the high point in their love and their romance and their writing career together. They were so happy.
There's a ton of great music still to get to before Chilina leaves us at 9 o'clock this morning. We'll get to that coming up in a sec. Tons, and if we get a chance before she's gone, we might also try and fit in one of Chilina's originals. that's not connected to the
Nice.
show anyway.
Ooh.
So we'll work on that as well. We'll see. We got a lot to cram in between now and 9 o'clock, so we'll do our best.
Treat top
Right
track.
now, we've got to get to Toronto traffic before we bring you Zoomer Radio News. That's on the way at 8:30.
Peterborough.
Captain Frank is here, and he's hopefully getting you to where you're going on time this
yours.
morning as we take a peek at what's going on the highways this morning.
With the latest traffic, I'm Frank.
There's Frank, and he's with us, and he's practicing. That's how that happens. There he is. Captain Frank is here now, and he's got Toronto traffic.
And we're checking a major route drive that continues to be pretty busy out here in spots, combined with a couple of earlier problems. Still slow on that